Okay guys, I give you instruction in the dressing room. Let's have a clean match. Good luck, God bless you. Le di las instrucciones en el camerino. Vamos a una pelea limpia, que le gane mejor. Dios bendiga.
A thunderous ovation for Subriel Matias, and they expect a thunderous performance. He's made 5 fighters in a row quit on their stool, and he promises to do the same to Australia's Liam Paro, who comes in undefeated and with the look of a man ready to spoil a Puerto Rican party. Here we go for the super lightweight championship of the world.
Paro, the southpaw, coming in aggressive right now, pushing back. Matias, the monster, right on the first round, which is a good message he needs to send. That's the good news. The bad news is we got a man that has a 100% knockout ratio, 8 wins, 8 KOs against southpaws just like that.
You know, Sergio, you talk about the need to send a message and the need to get respect. I actually disagree. The last 2 opponents that Matias has faced have done exactly that. The first 2 rounds against Ponce and against Ergashev could have been 10-8 rounds without a knockdown. That's how lopsided they were. Those 2 guys got respect. They just expended too much energy in those early rounds and ultimately couldn't finish.
They got respect, they didn't change it to another gear. That's the one thing about Liam Paro. He has different gears. He's a good boxer, has good fleet, he's fast-footed, and he does it from the left-handed stance.
Matias admitting this week, he said, look, I'm not the most skilled fighter, not the best footwork, not the best speed, but I've got big balls. And that has taken me far.
The big left hook to go with it as well. This is a man with dynamite in both hands, and he doesn't have to hit you cleanly either.
Watch your head, watch your head.
Sergio, why does he traditionally start so slow?
You know, some fighters just start slow like that. I mean, a lot of fighters, a lot of punchers start off slow like that. They like to feel what their opponent has to offer, like the range, the gauge the speed, the power, and then they get going. Maybe they like to get their opponents overconfident a little bit as well.
Watch your head.
Notice how Paro's not really loading up on shots. He's just hitting the gloves. You know, he's not looking to get respect right now, but if he can get this round, even if it was given to him by Matias, he'll take it. Because he's the only one doing the punching and being active.
You know, Tank Davis also traditionally starts very slow. Another man in action tonight.
The man behind us, the great Felix Trinidad, would sometimes start off slow as well. You know, some fighters just like to feel out the power and the speed before they start unleashing their own power.
I think Matias has thrown 1 punch, maybe?
Well, death, taxes, and Subriel Matias losing the first round.
Lo que ocupo que me le siga metiendo esa presión cortita, pero bien cerradito, cerrado, lo más apretado que pueda. De vez en cuando, hip, hip, con la mano derecha en corta, síguemelo tocando 2 a 3 veces en el round al cuerpo, pero bien cerradito, mi rey, ¿ok? Échame vaselina, bueno. Bien trancado, con el culo apretado y vamos. Este está tratando de hacer eso, ciérrele la distancia. Sí, le busca la mano de atrás, ¿ok? ¿Cómo lo siente?
Si eso es su fuerza, vamos a ver lo que me haga daño.
So if you look closely at the rib cage area, Liam Paro has a tattoo that reads, "Conquer the world." This was a mantra that Paro and his best friend Regan Grieve had back when they were kids, back when both were chasing a career in rugby. Grieve committed suicide in 2015, a death Paro describes as devastating. He got the tattoo, he says, for 2 reasons. 1, so people remember Grieve, and 2, to motivate him to fulfill the dream they both once had.
Watch your head.
They got to watch heads right now. They already got a warning for it, but not only do feet get tangled up, but heads clash whenever you're dealing with a southpaw and an orthodox fighter right now. So Matias needs to be very careful right now. He's fighting a little bit too lethargic for me. The first round he gave away, he's starting this round the same.
Matias biding his time, waiting to open up. There's some shots to the body. And Paro is ready for the storm to hit. It's like a hurricane you can see on the radar, Sergio, but you just don't know when it's the eye's gonna cross your hometown.
Yeah, but right now, you know, Paro hasn't really felt the power of Matias. Matias hasn't unleashed that power yet, and I think he's not really expecting power right now. He just wants to pepper Matias with some shots and some points and hope that he can just win these early rounds. I don't know if Matias is trying to surprise him and ambush him with power, but right now he's giving Liam Paro a lot of confidence and a lot of punches are being thrown.
Well, Subriel told us he wants to take his time, wants to make Paro suffer. Oh, that's a nice uppercut with the left hand for Matias. Meanwhile, Paro will keep taking singles and doubles, to use a baseball analogy.
Okay, stop. Hey.
Matias does look bigger in there, doesn't he?
You know what? I thought he was going to be a lot bigger, but on paper, they're both 5'8". Both of them have the same reach at 71 inches, so maybe it's just an illusion, but yes, on paper, they're supposed to be the exact same length and reach.
Well, both these guys had to follow the IBF's rehydration clause and come in within 10 pounds of the 140-pound limit this morning. Both did that. After 8 a.m., they're allowed to rehydrate as much as they want.
Good body shot on the inside by Liam Paro. Paro's not loading up on any of these shots. He's not the puncher in this fight. He knows his place. He's just picking and pecking, peppering the monster right now, and it could easily be 2-0.
No holding your hand. Okay, stop.
Good boy, breathing. Yeah, sit down. Breathe. Deep breath. That's it. Composure breathing for me, okay? Everything's going right. All right, jabbing. Keep turning him around. He can't get his shots off because you keep turning him around.
Listen to me. I told you in the dressing room, respect me, but you don't respect me. Hey.
What's that for? Sorry.
Hey, boss.
It's coming the other way too, but.
I told you.
Come on now, ref. Okay, hey, don't worry about that. You do what you got to do. Don't get caught in that fight. We don't need to. You've got legs.
Well, Liam Paro right now not really focusing on power shots, but the referee really warning him aggressively against headshots. We see a nice clean right hand by Matias, but I still think it was a nice Liam Paro round.
Are you surprised how aggressive the referee was in the corner there, Chris?
Yeah, I don't think that the audience couldn't hear it coming back from the break, but Louis Pabon came over there and said, I told you in the dressing room, you have to respect me. I don't think that Paro did anything to disrespect the referee.
Well, he's saying that Paro's leading with his head.
Yeah, I don't like that over-aggressive warning either.
It seemed like an unnecessary admonishment.
No, definitely, and trying to intimidate the corner as well.
Do you think Subriel Matias is just choosing to start slow here, Sergio, or is it what Paro's doing?
No, he's choosing, because he hasn't thrown one punch with mean intentions. Everything has just been touching Paro. He hasn't thrown one hard shot to the head or the body. He hasn't unleashed any of the power punches. I mean, this is a man that throws over 80 punches around, and most of them, if not all, are power shots. There's a good left hook by Matias.
Go ahead.
See, I hear so much about not only the look of the punches, but the sound of Subriel Matias' punches. I haven't heard the thud of those punches just yet.
The judges have to make sure they aren't swayed by the massive crowd here, who will cheer everything Matias does.
No holding. Okay. Okay, stop. Go ahead.
You know, when studying for fights, I like to compare them with other great fights in the past. And I look at Subriel Matias, and it reminds me of a Puerto Rican Kelly Pavlik.
There's a flurry from Matias, who's starting to open up now. The crowd roaring him on.
Some good body work there from Subriel Matias.
Finally letting them hands go with some power right there. But to go back to what I was saying, Todd, he reminds me a little bit of a tall, lanky puncher in Kelly Pavlik. And if that's the case, Paro needs to fight like Sergio Martinez, a southpaw, not stand in front of him. He's a much smaller fighter. He needs to pick and peck, use the angles, and always use the ring. Paro's doing just that and having success.
Good uppercut there from Paro.
Okay, stop.
How you feeling? Good. You okay? We need a few more combinations because the rounds are slipping away at the moment. I want you to throw more shots. The same pressure, keep it in the pocket, but I want you to move your hands quickly. You need to move your hands quickly and let your hands go.
Here's the flurry. Subriel Matias finally letting his hands go. And that's what they're telling him in the corner, like, what's going on? You need to let them hands go. Everything all right. I like the fact that Paro came back with his own shots right there. Got respect. Both of them smiling. Definitely respect each other already.
Let's see if Matias listens to his corner and starts to throw more punches. That's what he's known for, Chris, but we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet, but that third round, I thought Matias stepped on the gas a little bit more. You saw the body work start to pay off in the second half of that round. And even though Paro is outthrowing him, it just looked like over the last 90 seconds or so of that round, you saw some good body work from Matias.
Look, we know that Matias is an offensive powerhouse, but he's defensively flawed, and he has flat feet. You know, he's not on the tip of his toes bouncing. He has flat feet, and his feet are always close together as well, so he can be pushed back easily, just like that. He'll serve Paro right if he can get aggressive and start pushing back Matias. Even if it's just a visual effect, it's a good look for the judges.
Boy, the referee is all over Paro.
Yeah, he is.
More activity here so far for Matias.
Okay, so again,
he'll warn Paro.
Yeah, this is way too many warnings already.
I think Louis Pabon's got to realize that of the 10,000 people in this building, nobody came to see him.
Okay, stop.
I love the way that Paro's not loading up on shots, not giving a chance for Matias to catch and counter. If everything's real soft, he doesn't really feel a hard punch for him to catch and counter hard. That's a really smart game plan by Liam Paro right now. Yeah. Just building points and not really trying to hurt Matias.
And I think, Sergio, that's an example of Paro kind of going to school on the previous opponents of Subriel Matias.
Right.
We saw Ponce, we saw Ergashev. These guys just loaded up early and were trying to knock Matias out. They just ran out of gas when they got to the fourth and the fifth round. By not loading up, Paro was able to win these early rounds, but not tire himself in other ways.
That's an excellent point, and that's exactly what I would do against a fighter like Matias. I wouldn't try to hurt him. I would just try to hit the glove, get the points, and get out of there. Get some respect. Don't get hurt in these early rounds. Focus about the second half of the fight.
Good uppercut there from Paro, counter right from Matias. Another uppercut from Paro on the inside. And a good round for Liam Paro.
Nobody can live with that pressure. Nobody can put up with that pressure. Have we got something there? No, it's what you always have there. You need to continue with that pressure, but those combinations in the pocket, look for the angles, move your head, be active. Don't lift your head up. Do you understand? You're stronger than him, but you need to be active, you need to move your head.
They want more pressure on Subriel Matias, but Paro's handling the pressure nicely, bouncing on the back toes. Nice uppercut on the inside right there. Normally, where I've Matias hurt fighters and back them up with uppercuts, Paro handling himself nicely.
Headed into round 5, and so far, really good performance from Liam Paro. Part of that, though, due to the lack of activity from Subriel Matias. Paro's simply throwing more punches and landing more punches. But again, you're just waiting for Matias to flip that switch.
Yeah, this is way too much waiting for Matias. I don't get it now. I mean, I understood the first 2 rounds, but this is not concerning to me. I think we got to start giving Paro a lot more credit and maybe start questioning Matias whether he's having issues with a mover and a counterpuncher like Paro.
Yeah, this feels like a 3-1 type of lead for Paro, and I'm sure people in Australia are saying, man, it should be 4-0 right now.
Whatever it is, Paro's ahead. And look, right there. Matias normally throws punches to the body. He's an excellent body puncher. He just let Paro escape from the southpaw stance, not even trying to stop him. Something's going on.
Let's look at Chris Mannix's scorecard.
Yeah, Todd, you nailed it. I've got 3 rounds to 1 in favor of Liam Paro. It very easily could be 4-zip. I gave the 3rd round to Subriel Matias on the back of good body work during that round, but Paro was not outclassed at all. Just the movement, the activity, the tactics of Paro, they're all working right now. 3-1 Paro against Subriel Matias.
This isn't the monster that we're accustomed to seeing in Matias, and I think we got to give Paro some credit for not standing in front of him, following a game plan, not loading up on shots. So he's controlling the monster so far, but Subriel Matias needs to do something quick.
Yeah, Matias said he would be let out of his cage tonight. Shades of Chris Algieri for those boxing aficionados. We're still waiting for the animal to be unleashed here.
Right now, he said he's half man, half animal. Right now we're seeing all man, and he's vulnerable. Paro's doing really nicely and still not loading up on shots. Notice how Paro always has his upper body movement, his feet movement, always shifting.
Good body shot there from Matias, which got a big ooh from this crowd.
And that's how he turned the fight around in his last fight versus another southpaw, Ergashev. It was the body. The body's what turned things around.
Okay, stop.
I mean, once you have this power puncher attacking the body like he did against Ponce, like he did against Ergashev, they have to submit. They have to find another way to win.
to look for those combinations and hit them downstairs. We need a bit more from you. Every time you hit him, he's going to look to hold. That's what he's trying to do. And that's where you're stronger. Bang, bang, quick shots.
There you see Paro, 1-2 upstairs, digging the body. I mean, look, keeping his range, keeping his distance. None of that is really affecting or hurting Matias, but they're winning rounds. They're piling points and just giving Paro way more confidence that he should have at this stage of the fight.
Yeah. Could very easily be 4 rounds to 1 for Liam Paro.
Okay, stop.
But Matias, Sergio, has never been the distance in a victory, so he's counting on the fact that at some point he'll be able to grind out a KO win.
Yeah, and that's what happens with power punchers. They think they can always
They get addicted.
They get addicted. They think they can always rely on that eraser, and sometimes it turns against them. But see, here's the thing, Todd. Matias has more than just power. He's an excellent boxer. He digs down to the body, everything. He's a well-rounded power puncher.
Chris Mannix is in the corner of Subriel Matias.
Panda, what are you seeing out there?
Oh, I'm looking at a good fight, a competitive fight from both fighters. I think Liam Paro is making a huge mistake trying to come and fight with him. You know, when Subriel's, you can obviously tell Subriel is the tougher fighter, the more stronger, that pushes him back. So this is where Subriel gets a little bigger and starts touching the body and wearing the fighters down.
Paro seems to be winning a lot of these early rounds. Do you think he's just going to wear out?
No, that's what we're hoping for him to do. I mean, we'll see where his condition is at. I mean, he's won probably the first 1 and 2. After that, Subriel's coming back, and he won probably another round there.
Thanks, Panda.
So optimism in the corner for Subriel Matias, who's grinding away to the body as Paro tries to create some space.
Okay, stop.
Chris, Sergio, were you surprised at the mood there in the corner of Matias?
Listen, I have great respect for Jacob Panda Nahari. I think he's an excellent trainer. But yeah, I think he's a little bit too comfortable right now. And I don't think he's seeing what we're seeing. You know, I don't think there's cause for concern just yet because they got that power and they know that they can unleash that monster. But I don't think it's as close as he sees it.
Yeah, but what happened to the 80 and 90 punches around, Chris? That's what we were expecting to see.
Look, I have to give Liam Paro credit for that. Like, he is fighting a very good tactical fight. He's not overloading on his punches. He's not looking for a knockout. He's just looking to rack up scoring points, and I think he's done that really well. I disagree with Panda's assessment. I don't think it's an even fight right now. I think at this point, Paro's up.
But I think it is also clear that Matias's punches carry a lot more weight when he lands.
Well, I think that's most definitely true. And you have to remember, Matias has never won a decision.
Nice flurry there from Matias as this crowd starts to come unglued.
And this is what I want to see. How is Liam Paro going to be affected by the pressure and the power once he got clipped? You just saw that. He fought right back.
Come on, brother. Dig deep. Come on, man. Dig deep. Come on, bro. We can do it. Breathe to me. Breathe to me. Control your breathing. We're fucking way ahead on the cards. Way ahead on the cards. Okay? Dig deep. I need you to dig deep for me. Are you okay? Yeah. Don't give this kind of reason. Use your feet, brother. Water on his head, okay? Liam, I need you to breathe. Breathe during the round for me too. Okay? You can do this. I know you can do it. Don't give him an opportunity to trade. Okay?
Deep breath.
Please.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Hold on.
I don't know about you guys, but Liam Paro looked to have a glazed look on his face.
Yeah, I got the sense of concern in the look of Liam Paro's eyes. I don't get why he's ahead in this fight, in our opinion. The coaches saw it. That power must be serious because there was a look of concern and fear in the look of Paro.
Well, advice was succinct and sound. Don't trade. You want to keep giving this guy angles. You want to keep sticking and moving. You don't want to get caught in a firefight with Subriel Matias.
Look, man, a lot of fights come down to who has more dog in them, more heart. You know, the game plan goes out the window and you just got to fight. Liam Paro is boxing nicely, but now it's Matias winning the fight.
Many times, 1 point.
Oh my God.
What are we doing? Can we stop?
1 point.
There is no way that
I told you many times, okay?
that warrants a point deduction. Louis Pavon has had it out for Liam Paro since the very first round. That's disgraceful.
That's disgusting. That is really disgusting. And we know that Pavon has had issues with bad decisions and bad calls. It's just one more.
Talk about a deflating moment for Paro.
No.
Surprised you didn't call that a knockdown.
You know, go back to the second round where Louis Pavon admonished Paro for not respecting him, not listening to what he told him in the dressing room. I don't get any of it.
Watch your head. Go. I'm here.
But as Liam himself said, look, I'm not going to get any favors. I'm going right into the lion's den. It's going to take something extra special to escape with the belt.
Paro landed a good left uppercut on an over-aggressive Matias. That punch is going to be there again. Matias is excellent uppercut puncher, but so is Paro. Paro just landed too. Paro's doing a good job staying off the ropes as well, because that's when Matias starts getting everything off. See right there, look, he's backward against the ropes, right to the center again.
Good body shot there from Matias.
He's inching closer and closer to Paro, whose work rate has slowed down. Nice uppercut from Matias. Paro fires back.
I'm here.
Now you can hear the thud and the punches of Matias. This is what I wanted to hear. Not see, Todd. I wanted to hear the punches. I'm finally hearing that power and the thud with Matias' power.
Chris Mannix is with the legend himself.
Thank you, Todd. I am here with Tito Trinidad. Tito, how do you think it's going for Subriel? Tito, ¿qué opinas de la actuación hasta la fecha de Subriel?
La verdad que Subriel está presionando el combate y sé que se va a imponer por su fortaleza.
Yeah, so obviously, I think at the moment he's starting to pressure, and you know that's characteristic of what Subriel does.
What adjustments do you want to see him make?
¿Qué ajustes quieres ver de él ahora mismo?
Desde acá yo le he dicho varias veces que tiene que tirar más el cuerpo. Open, hoop, open, al cuerpo y open a la quijada.
As I've said to him many times now, he needs to start working the body more, uppercuts to the body, like that, and that's how we will break him down.
Thanks, Tito.
Don't forget, a point deduction thrown in the mix, which is basically the same as a knockdown when it comes to scoring. So even if Paro has won one more round than Matias, it could be all even. Well, Sergio, what's the strategy now for Liam Paro?
Exactly what he's been doing, just staying off the ropes, keep the fight in the middle of the ring, keep jabbing, keep touching those gloves. As long as you're touching the gloves, then Matias has to keep the earmuff defense on. Those are just points. You're not going to hurt this monster, but you can outpoint him.
I'm here.
And I like to see a straight left hand down to the gut as well. That'll cut the taller fighter in half.
Here's Chris Mannix' scorecard through 7 rounds.
Yeah, I've got it 66-66. Liam Paro adversely affected by that ridiculous point deduction in the 7th round. Gave Subriel Matias a 10-8 round. I think Liam Paro is boxing exceptionally well, but Matias, over these last couple of rounds, inching closer and landing some pretty good power shots.
Okay, stop.
Paro trying to bounce up and down to get some life back in the legs as Matias seems to slowly be taking the momentum away from the man from Mackay, Queensland, Australia.
Your voice just changed there a bit, Todd.
I roll the R's when I'm in Mexico. I put on the Aussie accent when I'm saying Queensland.
And the twang comes out when you want to speak your Alabama accent.
Okay, stop.
Well, I was born in Mississippi.
One of those.
Nice work there from Liam Paro. Will the judges give him the credit he deserves?
A nice uppercut. That's the uppercut. Tito Trinidad wanted out of Matias.
Maybe DQ. Okay, maybe DQ. ¿Necesitas tiempo? Maybe DQ, okay, man. Box. Clean fight, okay?
Oh, nice right hand there as Paro sat down on that punch.
Yeah, Paul's having a good run right here. Blood coming out of the nose of Subriel Matias.
Oh, that body punch seemed to affect Liam.
Yeah, he didn't like that body shot, Todd, you're right.
Again downstairs goes Matias, and it was a good round for Liam, who ends it with a right hand, but that could go either way that round. How about this July 6th doubleheader? We start across the pond in England. Johnny Fisher versus the Savage. Cannot wait for that heavyweight showdown. And then later in the night from the West Coast here in the West Coast of the United States in Ontario, California, William Zepeda, the non-stop Mexican brawler, taking on Giovanni Cabrera.
And like you said, Todd, Paro was having a good run up until Subriel Matias decided to turn it up, and that body shot, he didn't like that body shot, Paro. It was a close round, but effective punching, power punching. They had to go to Matias in that body shot. And you can see Felix Trinidad behind us, aiming at his body. Aiming at his body, telling him to attack Paro's body.
Round 9 from Manatee, Puerto Rico. Subriel Matias promised this would not go the distance. Many in the crowd on their feet. They think this could be the round.
Well, this is finally the round that Matias is fighting like Matias. With the pressure, with the body, with the non-stop attack.
Watch your head, watch your head. Okay, stop.
Paro seems to start every round pretty strongly, Sergio, but then Matias comes on late.
Yeah, that's because of the footwork. You know, the thing about Matias is he has kind of heavy feet, and he keeps them, they're flat-footed, and he keeps them close together. So when you're dealing with a mover, he has to step a little bit extra, and that takes away time for him to actually get the combinations flowing. I think that's why we haven't seen him throw the volume punching that we're accustomed to see, because of Paro's movement.
Another quiet minute-and-a-half start for Matias here in the night.
Good body work by both fighters. I'll tell you what, Liam Paro is a southpaw, undefeated. And we know that Regis Prograis is watching this fight, another southpaw who's good on his feet and has a lot more power than Liam Paro.
Okay, stop.
A lot of trash talk between Regis Prograis and Subriel Matias this week. But Matias obviously had to get through this fight first.
Yes, he does, because Paro's in this fight.
Okay, stop.
No matter how you see this fight, Paro already went farther than people expected. And he tamed the boogeyman, kind of showed flaws and chinks in the armor of the power punching champ.
Yeah, I don't think he's exposed flaws. I just think he has come in with an excellent game plan. He's not coming in with any designs on knocking Subriel Matias out. He's just coming in to score points.
No, the points is the game plan. Peppering the gloves, getting on the angles, clinching on the inside. These are all part of the strategy, and Liam Paro's executing it.
Good work, we're doing really well, we're working well. You just need to up your frequency of shot, and he'll continue to hold you. Don't hold him when he holds you, okay?
And here's Matias being Matias, finally getting him on the ropes, but then back comes Paro, getting the respect, getting off the ropes and landing that uppercut right there. Normally it's Matias landing and knocking off fighters with uppercuts. Paro holding his own, not intimidated by the vicious power of Subriel Matias.
Liam Paro has never been past the 10th round. This is round 10, live from Puerto Rico, the home of Subriel Matias, making his first appearance here in 5 years, and the crowd has let him know how much they love him.
And Subriel Matias has never won a decision, everything by knockout.
If you're the other champions in this weight class, Sergio, Devin Haney, Isaac Cruz, Teofimo Lopez, what are you seeing right now as you look at the boogeyman?
Well, listen, I just said this a round ago. I think Regis Prograis is probably licking his lips. Prograis is a hard-punching southpaw with a lot of experience, good speed, and if Paro is controlling this monster like this, you can bet that Rougarou will do the same.
Let's check in with Chris Mannix in the corner of Liam Paro.
Alfie, what are you seeing out there?
I'm seeing a beautiful boxing performance, and when he needs to, he's punching and staying on with him as well.
How do you think his conditioning is holding up right now?
I think he's got his second win. He's hit some adversity during the middle rounds, but he's coming out the other side after banking most of the start of the fight.
Any frustration over that point deduction?
Yeah, very frustrated. Very, very frustrated. There's a lot of forearms being used, but no warnings at all.
Thanks, Alfie.
You saw Matias punching with his free hand there. Sergio, are you agreeing with that? Has Paro found that second win as Matias steps forward?
I don't think he's actually lost his first win. He's been boxing on one gear, Liam Paro. He hasn't needed more than 2 or 3. You know, that one has been enough. He's been in this fight. He got the respect. He's peppering. He's getting the angles. He's using the ring. Liam Paro's boxing nicely. It's Matias that's not making the adjustments, in my opinion, keeping this fight way too close. You know, exposed is a strong word, and I'm not going to use it right here, but I'm just going to tell you, I'm really impressed with Liam Paro, and I'm a little disappointed in what I'm seeing in Subriel Matias, the monster that we expected.
As Chris joins us back here at ringside, Chris, do you think maybe Matias thought this was going to be an easier fight than it is?
Look, outside of the man that beat him, nobody has been able to go the distance with Subriel Matias, and every one of his last 5 opponents has retired on their stool. So we talked this week about how loose Subriel Matias was, how confident he was. There's certainly a possibility, as we watch this fight play out, maybe he was overconfident about how he'd fight against Liam Paro.
Did Matias catch Paro there? The crowd seems to think so, but then Paro answers back with a nice couple jabs.
The legs are strong, the jab was popping, Paro's just fine. The conditioning's there.
A good round for the Aussie.
Sit down, sit down, sit down. 10 minutes ago. Brother, unbelievable. Gotta do that again, okay? He is fucked. Hey, proper breathe, proper breathe. He's gone, man. He's tired.
He is tired.
He's desperate. He's behind.
You think you're tired?
Come on, brother. Here.
6 minutes. Dig deep, Liam. 2 more rounds of that. 2 more rounds of that.
Hey, body language. Showing me no fucking time.
Here we see nice uppercuts. They weren't landing cleanly, but these are the punches that need to be thrown by Matias. These are the punches that the great Felix Trinidad is urging Matias to throw. Uppercuts and body shots. Nice left hook right there. That shook Paro. But Paro had a very good round that round. I don't know who got that round, but it was both of them had their moments.
Well, the corner of Paro very enthusiastic. They think we win these last 2 rounds. We've got the fight. We'll see Chris Mannix's scorecard here in a moment. We're in the championship rounds. Liam Paro boldly going where he's never gone before, and Chris has him up by a point.
95-94 in favor of Liam Paro. Again, it's the activity. I thought Matias had some good moments in that last round, but they are being overshadowed by 5 or 6 good moments from Liam Paro. No question Matias is the bigger puncher, but the more accurate guy at this stage is Liam Paro.
Good for you, Chris Mannix. I love it. I love the fact that you're giving the boxer, who's not really putting that much power, credit for these rounds, because Paro's fighting boxing the fight of his life.
The only boxer I don't give credit to is the one sitting right next to me.
No.
Well, listen, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. I'm appreciating the prodigy, Liam Paro, and I'll tell you what, Subriel Matias is going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit, because power is definitely not enough when you're dealing with a confident mover and southpaw like Paro.
Chris, I know you said in the past, some fights are easier to score than others. Has this been an easy fight to score?
No, I think especially in the second half, there have been some very competitive rounds as Matias has kind of got his engine going a little bit more and has landed some pretty effective shots. I think you also have to remember, guys, where we are. We are in Puerto Rico. Matias is the hometown fighter. If you're Liam Paro, you've got to believe that you've got to win both of these next 2 rounds to give yourself a shot at winning the scorecard.
And not only that, but what if that point deduction, not what if, when that point deduction that they took away from Paro is going to come back to haunt him in a close fight.
Is Paro at the stage now, Sergio, that he can go punch for punch with Matias?
Yes. Yes, I think.
And there it is.
Yes, he can, and I think he's been doing it. I don't think he should do it for too long, but the power and the steam, it hasn't been there in Matias. I haven't heard that thump that all the boxers talk about. I haven't seen the vicious power that everyone's been feeling. I've been seeing a subdued monster in Subriel Matias, and that's all credit of Liam Paro, his movement, his game plan, his strategy, and his guts.
Holding on there is Paro. Matias looks gassed too.
Okay, stop. Hey.
That was a little punch behind the head from Paro.
I talk about the hometown curse all the time, guys. I hated fighting in the hometown. A lot of fighters, when they go in their hometown, have bad performances. Katie Taylor experienced that. So many fighters. Subriel Matias is experiencing that today. Too much pressure.
Okay, stop. Hey.
One round to go.
Come on. Start to believe, start to feel good. Lift yourself. Let's go. He's got to come up with everything, but so do you. Do or die, exactly.
Stay off his head. Don't give him an opportunity. okay? They're going to try and close it in on you.
His feet on the dance
3
there.
fucking minutes. Remember how we went to the last round?
Nice 1-2 there by Liam Paro, and you can see the respect in the eyes of Subriel Matias. He hasn't been tamed, guys, but he gained the respect. He earned the respect from Paro.
And if you have to wonder if Matias' corner believes that he's down, all you have to listen to is that last bit of advice from Panda to his guy, and from Matias back to Panda. Do or die right now here in the 12th round.
Here's Chris Mannix's scorecard. Let's see who he gave the 11th to. He gave it to Paro. So Matias needs to do something here in the 12th. The crowd with a nervous energy. Can you imagine if Paro came to Puerto Rico and beat their native son, a man who's got 20 knockouts and 20 wins?
I'll tell you what, it'll be like when another Aussie went to the home turf of a champion, when Cambosis took the championship of Teofimo Lopez. Incredible. These Aussies are just road warriors.
They're built different.
We know how good that Matias has been coming into this fight. Maybe we underestimated just how good Paro was coming into this fight. He had beaten Brock Jarvis in the first round. He knocked out Montana Love. He was coming off the best wins of his career, and obviously that meant something.
And some boo birds out for Matias. They expected this to be a coronation. They were ready to have a party.
Matias came in overconfident. That's what happened when you have 100% knockout ratio in your power.
They might be having to eat Vegemite sandwiches after this.
I don't see how Matias won this fight. I mean, I could see a draw, but you got to give all the credit to Liam Paro right here, and I hate that point deduction might be crucial in this decision.
Where's the last stand for Matias? Where's the guns blazing? Where's the do or die that he just said we'd see?
Not once have we seen Liam Paro shook or intimidated by the power of Matias.
Imagine how exhausted both of these fighters are, especially Paro, who's thrown so many more punches tonight. They'll have to fix the glove with a half minute to go, and it could be the most important 30 seconds of Matias's career. The championship rounds have belonged to the Australian with 22 to go.
And the Prodigy still punching, still pushing him back, still trying to win this round.
Good right hand from Paro. And now Subriel digging deep. And that will do it. As Liam Paro just pulled off one of the upsets of the year in Puerto Rico. We'll go to the scorecards.
Unbelievable performance by Liam Paro, the Prodigy. Disappointing performance by Matias. Never unleashed the beast. This is a close fight. I gotta tell you, man, this was a perfect performance by Liam Paro. I think he deserves this decision.
For those watching in Australia, how do you feel right now? You think your guy's done enough, but you know where the fight has taken place. You know what the crowd has cheered for. The judges had to block all that out.
When I talked to Liam Paro, I told him, we know you're winning the fight as long as this crowd is quiet. For the majority of the 36 minutes of this fight, there wasn't much cheering from the Puerto Rican crowd or the Puerto Rican fighter.
And again, the point deduction, how large will it loom?
Look at how quiet it is right now, Todd. Body language says it all. Read the room. Read the room right here.
So here are the judges. These are the men who hopefully have scored this right down the middle. John Basile, Gerardo Martinez, and Carl Zappia.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Manatí, Puerto Rico, we go to the judges' scorecards, and they read as follows. Carl Zappia and Jerry Martinez, 115-112. John Basile, 116-111. All three for your winner, by unanimous decision, and the new
He's done it! Do you believe it?
Champion of the world, Liam Paro!
His boyhood dream has come true, and the promise he made to his late friend, Regan Grieve. He promised he would become a world champion when they were both 18 years old, and he's come to Puerto Rico and done it.
I got chills, man. I got chills. I never thought I would see a hometown fighter get beaten by a visitor like this in Liam Paro. The odds were against him, the referee was against him, but the judges got it right. What a fight.
And we're standing right next to Tito Trinidad, who's got his hands and his head. He just can't believe what happened, but it's good to see Subriel Matias giving props to Liam Paro from Mackay, Queensland, Australia. He is the new IBF Super Lightweight Champion of the world.
Incredible. This is what I love about boxing. Power is not enough. I say it all the time. Power will never be enough. You need a lot more. Liam Paro brought the technique, the speed, the game plan, the footwork, and the guts, and he pulled it off in the hometown of the hometown champion.
Sergio, coming into tonight, you said that Matias was the ultimate boogeyman. What say you now?
False bravado, and I got it wrong, because this was a man that just didn't have it tonight. Exposed is a strong word. I didn't want to say it earlier, but he got exposed. Subriel Matias, the boogeyman, got exposed by a confident southpaw in Liam Paro.
Matias, a 7-1 favorite entering this fight, and we talked about it earlier, he was bickering back and forth with Regis Prograis this week. There were talks about what champion he would fight next, and should he get a bigger arena in Puerto Rico next time, but no one was talking about Liam Paro.
And you know what, that's how great things happen, man, when you know you don't need anybody against you, just yourself.
Chris Mannix with the new champ.
Well, Liam, congratulations. 3 years ago, George Kambosos came into New York and shocked Teofimo Lopez. Tonight, you come into Puerto Rico and shocked Subriel Matias. What did you think of your performance?
Mate, I'm stoked. Firstly, all glory to God. No, mucho respeto, Puerto Rico, te amamos. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Eddie Hearn. Thank you, Team Paro. And everyone back home. We fucking did it. IG, baby, I made a promise to my friend that passed away. I'm a fucking man of my word. And all the people that fucking said I couldn't do it. It's Paro time!
You knew the kind of power that Subriel Matias possessed. What gave you the confidence that you could fight the way you did?
Man, I've been through hell and back in life. I've had harder fights mentally than that. I knew I could go in here, and I always said I'd get carried out if need be, you know. God, thank you, God, for getting us both safe and home to our family, both our young families. And man, I just have self-belief. I know the hard work I put in. I'm always the hardest worker in the room. I keep proving everyone wrong. And I just took the biggest test, man, and come out on top.
We have seen previous opponents of Liam Paro expend a lot of energy early on and burn themselves out in the middle rounds. You didn't do that. Was that a tactical decision on your part?
Look, man, we knew it was going to be hard. Matias is a tremendous champion. I still take my hat off for that. It's still my hardest fight today.
Thanks, Puerto Rico.
You know, and yeah, thanks again, Puerto Rico, for having us here. We love it. We'd love to come back. Hope I won some fans. And man, look, I just know I do what I do. We've got the best team in the world. I've been saying that. I keep proving everyone wrong now. I've got the target on my back, so come and get it.
You get to those middle rounds, the later stage of the fight. At any point, did his power get to you?
Look, he's tough, man. He hits hard. You know, he's got 20 knockouts for a reason. But man, I hit harder in life than that. Like I said, I've been needing to carry out there. I'm a true warrior. I've got a heart of a lion, and I showed that.
You've been a road warrior as of late. You go to San Francisco, you beat Montana Love in your last fight. A little bit different, though, than coming into Puerto Rico and fighting in front of this crowd. You said you wouldn't know how you would respond to it until you got in it. How did you feel you did that way?
Look, the crowd was good. I knew it was going to be hostile. I was coming to the Lions then, you know, but I always said it's going to be a better chapter in the book when it's all said and done. Now that's going to be a fucking highlight. Sorry for the language. I'm on top of the world right now, but man, I am honestly speechless. I just want to thank everyone that stuck by me, especially through the injuries. You know, we're here now, and I think like you said, I've been a road warrior, so man, let's bring the big fights back to Queensland. We're proud Queenslanders. Let's get the guys back there and defend big fights there.
Reagan Grieve, your best friend, who passed away 10 years ago, you both said you were going to conquer the world. You just did that tonight. What does it mean to you to fulfill that promise?
Man, that means absolutely the world to me. It's IG, baby, like I said. Oh man, like I said, all we've got in this life is our word, and to be a man of mine on the highest scale is, man, that means the most to me, and I'll die a proud man.
You've got a belt in what is now a white-hot division. What do you want to do with it?
I want everyone, man. I've proved that I'm at the top here. 25 tests, 25 wins. All the big guys, let's go get it. I just took out the boogeyman. I'm the man now. I'm the captain. Come and get it.
Congratulations, Liam.
Thank you very much. And once again, thank you to the fans in Puerto Rico. Beautiful country. Hope to see you again soon.
All right, we'll turn to Eddie Hearn. Eddie, you know, we talked moments before the main event about how people were overlooking Israel Madrimov in his fight against Bud Crawford. Did we just see the result of people overlooking Liam Paro?
No, not necessarily overlooking. You saw the result of a great performance. I mean, you know, what he did in the first 3 rounds, you just expected Matias to come on strong. He did come on strong, but Liam had an answer for him at every junction. He stood and fought with him. We said about he'd have to get his respect. He did that. He pushed him back. He boxed off the back foot. It was an absolute masterclass. I had it so wide. You know, with 3 or 4 rounds to go, Matias needed a knockout, you know, and it wasn't even close. It was a masterclass from Liam Paro. And to come to Puerto Rico, to the backyard of the guy that nobody wanted to fight, that is a massive win for Liam Paro, a massive win for Australian boxing. You know, and he's the one who did it. No one wanted to come here. He did it. He changed his life tonight. He's a new world champion. And it's an incredible performance, an incredible win. Massive underdog. And we said, you know, he can do it. He's got the skills. He's got the ability. But he's the one that had the cojones to come here. He's just won the world title off one of the most dangerous men at 140 pounds in his backyard. And now, you know, massive win for Angelo and Alfie and everybody. Massive win for Australian boxing. Time to bring him home to Australia. You know, he's been on the road for a long time, having to take all these fights. Love to see him defend that championship in Australia. Massive, massive win. Huge win. And he deserves it. He rolled the dice, and it was a hell of a performance.
Well, 3 years ago, as I mentioned, we saw Kambosos knock off Teofimo. That led to a string of fights over in Australia. Are we expecting another with Liam Paro?
Absolutely. You know, we know that the Australian government support big-time boxing, but it's got to be big-time boxing. It's got to be World Championship boxing. It's got to be big names. Liam Paro became a big name tonight. You've got Ryan Garcia. You've got Pitbull Cruz. You've got Teofimo Lopez. You know, you've got Richardson Hitchins up, knocking soon for the mandatory. This is just an incredible night for Australian boxing and Liam Paro. You know, a massive underdog to come here to do that was an unbelievable performance.
Another big upset for the Australians. A big night for Liam Paro. Guys, we'll throw it back to you.
Lost in all